Today I'm going to show you how to create Dutch braids. I'm going to use a little bit of Miracle Spray as a leave-in. You can use it as like a leave-in conditioner, which is perfect if you're doing braids, to pop either a little bit of conditioner in or put in some a leave-in product. So my hair's in the middle parting. I'm going to use my finger now to go all the way down to the back and part it into two. Then I'm going to twist this section around so it doesn't get in my way, and I'm going to secure it using a claw clip. And then this side, I'm going to make sure all the hair is in my hands. I'm going to give it a really good brush through with a paddle brush. And I've got my two braiding elastics. So I've taken my section to the side. You'll notice that I went straight across instead of at an angle. This is because I feel like you get a much nicer braid if you're doing it yourself. I'm using my two fingers to part the hair. 1, 2. So the section that I've got on the outside, you can see I've got 1, 2 and 3 sections there. I'm taking from that outside in. That section I'm then going to tuck underneath, and you'll see that that is the outside section there that I pointed at just a second ago. So you can see I'm tucking the hair underneath, taking it into the middle, and the outer section I'm now picking up a little bit of hair, and I'm pinching it in my fingers while I take this next section, and you can see again I'm picking up a tiny little bit of hair and I'm putting it in my two fingers, and at every time it goes underneath. So you can see that it's gone underneath and the middle one has gone onto the other side to pick up the next section of hair. So again, use your fingernails to get that hair in, make it all nice and clean, and then again underneath, keep going underneath, and you can see that braid started to create. So every section you take, you twist it over to the next part. So again, the next section comes in and I'm pinching it and I'm going straight underneath and taking the next part. The tighter you pull these, the tighter they'll be, or again, you can have them very loose. It's more the technique that's important. So you take the outer section into the middle and you pull that section over, and then you get the next piece of hair. So you can see I'm bringing it straight into my fingers. There you go. And again, I've pulled the next section through. So every section I bring in ends up into the middle. And again, I'm just twisting it over and to the outside and picking up that hair. And then again, I'm bringing it under. And then the next bit of hair is going into those two fingers. And I've pulled it tighter, but it's always going underneath and into the middle. That's it, I've tightened it up again, and again it's going underneath and into the middle. So the outside section goes into the middle, over, and you can see that's the braid that you've created all the way through. And then you just secure it with your braid and elastic and give it a little pull. I like to go out and fan out mine because I've got lots of pieces that come out. So you'll see that there's some little pieces that have come out. I don't mind that. But if you want it so that no sections come out, then I'd recommend having your hair wet. So again, I've gone on to the next section. You can also use mousse as well if you want, because it kind of keeps it all quite secure. Again, I've gone straight in, so I haven't gone on an angle. And I've taken my two fingers straight through the middle to get even sections. And there's 1, 2, 3. And again, it goes outside in, and the other hair goes over the top. So you hold on, pinch that hair so that you can bring in the next section. And I've pinched that hair into it, and again the middle section goes to the outer section. You bring in another piece of hair. So every time I'm picking up hair, and it's all being twisted over and into the middle. So again, I'm pinching that hair and it's gone underneath. I've picked up the next section and you can see it's created what it's creating there. So I'm tightening it as I go along, picking up the next section of hair underneath. Again, another section of hair, pinching it in between my fingers to keep it secure, and it's going underneath, always underneath. There we go, another piece from the outer. That section is going to end up into the middle. And again, I've just swapped sides, so I'm going to pick up the next part. And it's all about practice and getting the technique right before you worry about how neat your braids are. So again, I'm pinching it in my fingers. I'm going to take a bit of hair and I'm coming towards the end of my braid. You can see my braid's not particularly neat. It's a bit messy, and that's fine because that's how I would wear my braids. If you want it to be neater, then have your hair wet and put some mousse in as well. But for now, it's the technique. So always twisting under and tightening, twisting under. And there you go, there's your braid. It's a very simple technique. It's just getting it right, that's all. And it does take practice. You can see I've got a bit of a fringe, so that kind of sticks out as well. But there's my two braids. You can go along and pull them out if you want to, if you want more boho braids, which I really love. But again, you don't have to do this. This is just kind of making it all a little bit more messy. I'm a bit of a messy hairstyler. I love messy hair. So you can see I'm just pulling it to make my braid stick out a little bit more. And again, you can go on to the other side, pull it out. You can see I'm holding on to the bottom because it's pulling hair from that bottom part of the ponytail. And I go all the way up. And there you are, 2 Dutch braids.